Luke, Eric, Lady A, Miranda, Jason, Dirks. What are they all up to? It's the Nashville Nibble, your country music inside news source. Here's Ryan Keith with your top 5 news stories.
And here we go. Number 5, Mike Judge. That name may sound familiar. He's the guy behind Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill. Well, he's starting a new series on Friday on Cinemax called Tales from the Tour Bus. It's an animated documentary series about famous country stars based on interviews with their old friends and bandmates, like Waylon Jennings and George Jones. Judd says, quote, "I love converting people who don't like country. A lot of the country music documentary stuff that's been on TNN and CMT is very polite, but a lot of the stories I've heard are more gnarly than Motley Crue stories." You can check out the teaser for the show on YouTube to search Mike Judge, Tales from the Tour Bus. Number 4, Miranda Lambert says her first co-writer was her dad. She says, quote, "My dad was my very first co-writer I ever had. He taught me how to play guitar, and he taught me to love music. Dad and I haven't sang together except by a campfire in a long, long time." Miranda's dad helped her co-write Greyhound Bound for Nowhere. It's a song they wrote together from her first album. Number 3, the memorial service for Don Williams will be next Wednesday in the CMA Theater at the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville. MusicRow.com has the details and the obituary. Number 2, Big and Rich talk about rolling up their sleeves, getting their hands dirty, and being starstruck.
Last time my hands got dirty, I was weaning calves on the farm in Culpeper, Virginia. And I think a little more than my hands got dirty, but hey. Last compliment I received, we were just walking here, coming down the street, and this dude from a delivery van rolls down his window and goes, "Big and Rich, I love y'all's music."
My last big splurge was I just built a 73-foot long guitar-shaped swimming pool in my backyard. Last time I was starstruck was about a month ago in Nashville. I had a chance to go meet Dolly Parton. And if you don't get starstruck by Dolly Parton, you're not alive.
And the number 1 story coming out of Nashville, it is always interesting to hear how big stars made it in Nashville with all that talent around them. Well, Brett Young was like every other struggling musician, but he used bartending jobs to get gigs. He suggested to the owners that to do live music on a slow night, and then he volunteered his talents.
You're in these establishments that, as a bar or a restaurant, you're mostly successful on the weekends. You're always looking for things to plug into your off days during the week. And being a musician who had played bars and restaurants, if I was bartending somewhere that had a slow Tuesday or Wednesday, I'd be like, "Hey, and by the way, you should have a live music night." And so it turned into, when I was in Orange County, at 5 nights a week at different establishments. In LA, it was 3 nights a week, which is really hard to do. And I think, had I not been bartending in those rooms, I probably wouldn't have had the ability to identify a place that needed live music.
And that is the top 5 stories coming out of Nashville. This is the Nashville Nibble on Gator 99.5.